All right, today we're going to unpack a really classic fable from the Panchatantra. It's this simple story about three fish hanging out in a lake. But trust me, it packs a serious punch when it comes to a timeless lesson about facing the future.
So, let me ask you something right off the bat. When you can see a problem coming your way, what's your gut reaction? Are you the type to make a plan and get moving? Or do you gotta cross your fingers, hope for the best, and just wait it out? Keep that answer in your head as we meet our three main characters. Okay, so picture this, a beautiful, quiet lake. And in this lake live three fish. Now, these three were super tight, the best of friends, but when it came to how they saw the world, they were polar opposites. Each one had a completely different philosophy on life, and that philosophy was about to be put to the test. Let's break down who we're dealing with. First up, we've got Daisy. She's the planner, always thinking ahead, always evaluating the situation. Then there's Tulip, who is smart and sweet, and she's wise enough to listen when someone gives good advice. And finally, we have Lily. Lily's a total fatalist. She truly believes that whatever's meant to be will be, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Three friends, three totally different ways of looking at life.
So, life is good. They're all swimming along. But you know how these stories go. That peace wasn't gonna last. One totally normal day, a shadow falls over their home, bringing a threat that they just can't ignore.
And here's where the trouble really kicks off. A couple of fishermen just happen to wander by the lake. Their eyes go wide when they see how full of fish it is, and they immediately make a plan. We're coming back tomorrow with our nets.
But this isn't just some vague threat. Oh no, this gets really personal. Daisy, our planner, happens to be close enough to hear one of the fishermen point directly at her friends Lily and Tulip talking about how beautiful they are. Suddenly the danger isn't just about the lake anymore, it's got their names on it.
So with this terrifying piece of information, you can imagine what happened next. The stage was set for a massive critical debate. And what they decided in this exact moment was going to determine everything.
Daisy, being the planner she is, doesn't even hesitate. She swims straight to her friends and lays it all out. She explains the danger and she comes with a solid proactive plan. They have to get out of the lake now, and she's already figured out how, through a little canal that leads to another, safer lake.
And this is really the heart of the matter, right? How each of them reacts. Daisy makes her case. It's logical, it's urgent, let's go. Tulip, the adapter, she hears this and immediately gets it. She sees the wisdom in the plan and says, I'm in. But Lily, the fatalist, she just shuts it down. A hard no. And Lily's reasoning? It's all emotion. It's all attachment. She basically says, no way, I can't leave this lake, this is my home. She was just too stuck on what was familiar to even consider the danger that was staring her right in the face. And this just perfectly sums up the two completely different mindsets clashing here. On one side, you have Daisy and Tulip. Their philosophy is evaluate the threat, take action, and hey, maybe we'll build a new home and explore something new together. But on the other side is Lily's view. You can't change fate. You stay where you belong with what you know, no matter what. All right, so the lines have been drawn, the debate's over, all the talking is done, and now it's all about what happens next. It's time for action, or in one case, a complete lack of it, and the consequences are coming fast. You can just imagine how tough this was. Daisy and Tulip, they're probably heartbroken, but they know what they have to do. They say their goodbyes and swim through that canal to find safety, leaving their friend Lily behind to face whatever was coming her way. And sure enough, the very next day, guess who shows up? The fishermen. They cast their huge nets into the water, and just like that, Lily, who refused to even consider leaving, gets trapped along with all the other fish who stayed behind. And it's only then, tangled up in that net, with no way out, that it finally clicks for her, that big aha moment of regret. She realized her fate wasn't some grand, unchangeable destiny. Nope. It was the direct result of her own choice to ignore a clear warning and turn down a clear path to safety. So what's the big lesson here? What's the takeaway from this whole story? It's not just a sad little tale. It's a really powerful lesson about having foresight, about the importance of planning, and just having the wisdom to act when you see trouble coming down the pike.
I mean, the lessons are pretty straightforward, but they are so powerful. First, it is absolutely crucial to act wisely when you see a problem on the horizon. Second, just planning ahead makes your life so much easier. And finally, never ever underestimate the power of intelligence and being resourceful enough to actually act on what you know.
And that's the thing, right? This was never really a story about fish. It's a mirror. It's about us and the mindsets we choose. Are you a daisy who plans and acts? Or maybe a tulip who's smart enough to adapt and take good advice? Or are you sometimes a lily who resists change and just hopes fate will be kind?
So I'll leave you with this one last thought, a question to really chew on. What's the fisherman in your own life? What's that clear, obvious danger or problem that you might be ignoring, maybe because dealing with it just seems too hard or too uncomfortable? Because in the end, just like it was for the three fish, the choice is all yours.